This video is for members only. Don't watch it otherwise.
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired. Higher self tells me to love myself. I am just.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumet Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Flow state is an exclusive club, and I say this not to dissuade people from it, but to get you to realize that flow state is something that is earned. Okay? Because it is at that level of unconscious competence that mastery becomes hardwired. It becomes second nature to us. Understand that when I say that flow state is exclusivity, it doesn't mean that not everyone has access to it. Because everyone has access to it. It's just some will lean into it more than others. Some will learn about it more than others. Like the people on this channel have found this channel somehow, and they're there to engross themselves every single day with a video, or to be tapped into this energy in order to learn about it. Okay? Now this is really important, guys, because a lot of people aren't really seeking altered states of consciousness. Okay? Or even if they are, they're doing it from a wrong standpoint. Okay? They're doing it, one, to escape their lives. Number two, they're not happy with where they're at. And so they're trying to, band-aid their solution and quickly get into the flow, hoping that that solves everything. Or they're trying to validate themselves through being of mastery, and that gets them to feel good about themselves very temporarily, so that shuts off the inner noise. Now, this is completely valid, and there's nothing wrong with you if you choose to do these things. However, just recognize the flow state is the gateway towards a happy, fulfilling life. So when you can actually understand it from that paradigm, it starts to shift you internally. Because what you really have to do is you have to put in a little piece of yourself, a little piece of your soul into this game every single day. It's like putting a deposit into the bank account of flow state, right? So what you're doing is every single day you're working on tapping into that zone. And every single day you get a little bit better at it, and it starts to spark your momentum. And even if you don't feel like it, even if it feels like, I'm kind of off today, you still do it. Why? Because you're still trying to access that state of mind. That state of mind has so much potential. But guess what? It is an exclusive club. Because not a lot of people have the willingness. This is the word that I want you to remember. Willingness. Do you have a willingness to do it? Maybe you want something, maybe you want an incredible result, but you don't have the willingness to see it through, to push yourself, to actually acknowledge the fact that, hey, I'm not making this a priority in my life. Right? You have 10 different things going on, whereas you need to focus on your one big goal right now in the next few months. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying it's an exclusive club. Because people aren't willing to do that. Not everybody's willing to really step in and commit like that, right? There's only a select few on this planet that are actually willing to drop everything and fine-tune their craft like that. And if that's you, I revere you, I honor you, I admire you, because this is the energy that I am embodying. However, I can always embody a little bit more. So when I see other people doing it, it becomes like, almost like a reminder from our subconscious, like, okay, these people are doing it, why can't I? Or these people are doing it, why can't I? And there's always going to be some justifications, some excuses, some rationalizations. All this stuff is going to come up, right? Embarrassment, denial, okay? Rejection, resistance, jealousy, all this kind of stuff is going to come up. That is part of the game. That is the ticket that you pay to get into the amusement park of life. As I keep saying, once you can truly understand that, okay, I'm a part of this exclusive club, but For me to be a member, I've got to do something about it. Like, I have all this flow state wisdom, but I'm not actually tapping in. Right? You might have all the flow state wisdom. You might have read thousands of books on it. Right? Maybe you're just tapping into it. But are you really able to create a flow state lifestyle, a structure around your life where things are actually getting better, and your emotional blueprint is harboring a form of change within you that's causing a tornado-like ripple effect within your environment, your internal environment, and your external environment. So the people that are coming across your videos, your energy, you just seeing them in person, whatever it is, you're making an impact. Okay, impact. Joe in the other Genius Days, go and watch that. He said, don't make money goals, make impact goals. Right? How many people do you want to impact? For real, that is so important. Because a lot of us forget the power that we have to reach somebody through the digital screen and actually impact them. To wake them out of their trance. To not be in this kind of sedation mentality where you feel numb, where you feel like, I don't want to do it anymore. Right? You know that feeling? That feeling like, I don't want to do it anymore, just want to quit. Nah, it's not for me. I don't know, it's just... I mean, I can't, they can. Okay? That's an identity level problem. That is an identity level problem. And so one of the processes when I'm doing this AZD Beast process that you guys know about, one thing that I'm really focused in on is being the type of person that doesn't have the problems that I want to overcome. Okay? Designing my character in such a way that I don't have those problems. And that's such a valuable piece of advice. Because again, would the top version of you in this exclusive flow state club have those problems? So one thing is standards, right? Understanding your standards, because when I was working with some of the top people in the flow state community, in the flow state industry, and I'm not just saying only flow state, right? I've worked with dating coaches in flow state. I've worked with, money management people and manifestors and, business coaches with flow state. I've worked with, mental health professionals in flow state. I've worked with peak performance coaches with flow state. So I've seen flow state from different angles, right? Spiritual coaches with flow state. So now that I have all of these references, what am I bringing to the table? It's character. Okay, it's character. The autotelic character. The Flomo sapien. What I believe is the next evolution for us as a society. So think about this, right? We are connected to the planet. We were cavemen. We were primal. And then we went into agriculture and water. And, we started procreating. So you already see root chakra, sacral chakra. Then we go into our willingness and our ego and our creating empires. It's the doingness energy. And now we're going into the age of expression. But also we're going into the age of the heart. Right? So after the sacral is the heart. So we're going slowly as a culture into this heart shift. We're actually tapping into the higher chakras now. And people are actually opening up their voices and speaking. Though, that's why censorship is such a big deal, right? They want us to be in the lower rungs of the chakras. They want us to live in a lower state of consciousness. That's why censorship is such a big deal. Right now, censorship is just so problematic. Videos are being removed, right? People can't talk about certain things. Like, is it really freedom of speech, or have you just said that, right? So, really understanding this mentality, right? So standards, that was one thing that I understood was standards, okay? Like if you had, let's say, a bunch of A-list celebrities, like not the weird celebrities that are like, doing sketchy things behind the scenes, but I mean really like role models, like you respect and that you revere. Imagine them hanging out with you, right? Imagine them hanging out with you at some venue that's really, luxurious, and you're just there, and you're hanging out with them, and you're having a really good time, you're talking about certain things. Then you have a standard, right? You have a certain standard. And you're actually noticing that their eyes are on you. They're watching your every move. They're noticing your body language. They're noticing every single drink that you order. They notice the storyline that you're playing. They're noticing that you're creating your own journey, your own moment. And life is all stories. It's about the stories that you believe in that change your reality, right? So you can easily create a love story with a woman right now, or if you're a woman listening, with a man right now, you can create a love story in your mind, okay? And you can actually have this formulaic idea of how you want that to go down, and actually live that out and embody that. And believe in that storyline, and that placebo effect is really going to make that possible. I'm having an expert in placebo speak on my podcast sometime soon. I'll get her on, Flow with Elise. So that's going to be an interesting thing, to really look at the power of expectation and see if we can create our realities accordingly, because that really is what a lot of this manifestation stuff is. It is our own minds creating the reality for us, and it's such a powerful thing. We can't deny the power of belief. We really can't deny the power of belief, guys, right? So standards are so important. Imagine that you're hanging out with all these high group, celebrity people. How would you be treating your environment? How would you be treating your friends and calling them at that time? Right? You would have a different mannerism, a different way about you. And that doesn't mean to be snobby or stuck up, right? If you're part of an exclusive club, I don't want to be a part of an exclusive club where everybody's holding their noses up really high and just being like, oh, yeah, and really boring and like not energizing each other and just like sitting and like, stroking each other, if that makes sense. I don't want that as a part of a club. What I want is an empowering club where there's powerful people there, all sharing ideas, there to grow together, obviously having some form of leadership and communication, where there's an empowering, it's almost like an empowering tide that lifts all of us up together so we can energize and reach the flow state simultaneously. Right? So the next time you're falling off a little bit, notice like, where's my standards coming from? Is it coming from my past programming? Is it coming from my beliefs? Because I'll tell you, a lot of my standards for how I live started to come from like other people's idea of me. And that's why I had such a resistance to change it. Because I'm a rebel, man. You know what I mean? Like if someone tells me to do something, I'll do the complete opposite. That's always been me. I'll just been like, no. Whatever. Even if they have really good advice, right? So I didn't like that form of control. I had that issue with authority growing up. I noticed that issue within me, but it's an issue with my own authority too. So really being able to conclude that and reach that consensus from within, from where you can say that, hey, I'm my own boss. Right? I'm my own boss. I get to make my own decisions. I can do whatever I want to right now. Okay? That's a sacred moment. That's actually a very, very sacred moment. But if you optimize that and you recognize the potency of this VIP mentality, that you're like, hey, I'm a part of this flow state club. I can tap in, whenever I choose to. But guess what? Some people are going to tap out really quick in this game. Right? Some people are going to tap into this flow state energy, and they're just going to be like, yeah, I did this awesome program for like a week, and then they never show up again. People tap out too quick. People fell off. Maybe you fell off too. I know a lot of people that fell off. Okay? You check some of these people's social media, and it's like they haven't posted since like 2 years. Bro, you haven't posted since 2 years and you're still posting like a random story once in a while. Like, here I am at the gym after a really long time. Like, look, man, even if you're not doing anything, share it with the world. Like, it's like some people are just like, I'm going off the face of the planet. I don't want to deal with this noise. Stop being so sensitive. Okay? Share your gifts. Share what you have. Understand that everybody's really frustrated right now and it's completely okay and it's valid. Okay? At the same time, understand that you're part of this flow state cult, right? Nobody else has this kind of mentality. But people who are tapped into the genius zone, people who are tapped into their own state, their internal frequency, they know what I'm talking about. It's like how all these entrepreneurs are saying, oh, you're part of the 1%, right? Man, there doesn't even need to be any percent. You just need to create your own percent. This is not even about mathematics. Right now, there's a ladybug on my screen right now. And that's very powerful because the ladybug represents transitions. Which means now I'm going to go through a big transition phase right now. Something big is about to happen. And I want to leave this video here just to honor that. Just to honor that space, to honor Mr. or Mrs. Ladybug. And yeah, step up your standards. Join the Flow State exclusive club. Okay? Check out the Telegram group. We are part of this exclusive club. You know, we're tapping in each day. We're doing our thing. Just being connected on that group. You get these videos. Then you also get advice from me if you ever want to. That's the best place to reach me besides my Instagram. So, have an incredible day. May the flow be with you. And stay legendary. See you guys next time. Boom.